Hello, I'm Najiba Choudhury, the Assistant Information Specialist and Provenance Researcher at the Freer Gallery of Art and Arthur M. Sackler Gallery, Smithsonian's National Museum of Asian Art.
One of my favorite pieces in the museum is this preparatory drawing for a copper repoussé depicting the seated image of the Buddhist deity Maitreya, who is the future Buddha in waiting. A striking thing about this object is the sheer size of the drawing. It is 11.6 feet in height and 6.5 feet in width. If you are walking through the Arthur M. Sackler Gallery right now, through the exhibition Encountering the Buddha, you would come across this imposing drawing. The larger-than-life scale of the object immediately holds one's gaze. The wonderful thing about this particular object is that in South Asian art, oftentimes the artists are unnamed or left forgotten. But in this case, we know exactly who produced this drawing. It was made by the Nepali artist Rudra Raj Shakya, who came from a family well regarded for their metalwork, and whose lineage can be traced back to the mid-1500s. The artist was particularly well known for specializing in the technique of repoussé. Repoussé refers to the hammering of the metal from the backside to create shape. In the 1950s, when Rudra Raj Shakya was around 69 years of age, he was commissioned to create a Buddhist sculpture for the King of Bhutan. The drawing that you see here was probably created in preparation for the sculpture that Rudra Raj Shakya produced for this royal monastery in Bhutan. This drawing of the Maitreya was not meant to be displayed. It was a preparatory drawing. Sometimes these were requested by individuals who commissioned the sculptures. One can still see the layers of drawings in pencil, pen, and even smatterings of red jeweler's rouge on the paper. In Nepal, Rudra Raj Shakya's descendants continue their family's legacy of making copper repoussé sculptures. This drawing is a powerful reminder that this is part of a living tradition and that artists in Nepal continue to practice these traditional art forms. The other reason this object holds a special place for me is its own story of how it arrived at the museum. In 1997, Mary Slusser, who was then a research associate at the Freer and Sackler, went to visit the artist's family in Patan, Nepal. She noticed this drawing, which was stored on top of a cabinet in the family's home and workshop for many years. It is one of 5 drawings made by the artist which still survive. Slusser was able to convince the artist's family on the importance of preserving this drawing and donating it to the museum. She hand-carried it on the airplane from Nepal to Washington, D.C. When I see this drawing, I think of Mary Slusser and her lifelong pursuit to research, publish, and exhibit on Nepali art, and her tireless work to bring attention to the cultural heritage of Nepal.